Hi, this is Megan from I Teach What's Your Superpower, and today I'm going to show you how to use PowerPoint to make a watermark for images on your blog. I'm in PowerPoint, and I'm going to start off by adding in a shape. And I'm just going to add in a rectangle here. Obviously, I don't want it to be blue, so if I right-click, I can format the shape. I'm going to change it to black. I'm not going to leave it black, but for now that's going to work best. And I'm going to change the transparency to 50%. I'll go to line, no line, shadow, uncheck that. And for size, we'll work with 3 by 5. Okay, I'm going to center my shape on the guides here and start adding in my text. So I'll add a text box. I teach, and I'll make it the font I want. And the size I want. You can play around with different fonts and sizes. And I'm going to make this white. You can see why I did not want a white box with white text on a white background. And I'll add in the rest of my text. Now, why would you want a watermark? Well, sometimes people aren't so nice. I had an image from my blog that was used on Pinterest, and the person saved the image and uploaded it to Pinterest and linked it to a hair tutorial website. That's a way of taking a picture that's very popular on Pinterest that people repin frequently and using that to get traffic to your blog, which is ridiculous, but people do that. The other reason is just, sometimes people grab images not even thinking about needing to credit the original. If someone's just started blogging and they don't, really realize the ins and outs of it. So, sometimes people just aren't being very nice, and sometimes people just don't realize that it's a big no-no to grab someone's image without crediting it. So that's a way to make sure that readers can always get back to the original source. Okay, so I've got my text on here. I'm going to move the text around just a little bit, resize this box to what I want, and then I'm going to change the box to white. So I can come over, I can either right click or I can use my palette over here. So my fill, I'm going to make it white. Now you can't see anything, but it's all there. If I were to save this as is, if I were to save it as a picture, which is a PowerPoint function, it would just save it as a big white box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the pieces that I know are there. I can't see them, but I know they're there. I'm going to right click. Now do you see it just went down to one box? You want to make sure when you right click that you don't use all those highlights. If you hover over some of the lines and right click, it'll work a little better. Save as picture. I'm going to save it to my desktop as Watermark. I'm going to save it as a PNG file. That's very important because that saves that the layers is transparent, which is what we need. So it's saved. So I'll show you quickly how to put this on an image. I'm going to insert a picture. This is the one from my blog I'm going to use for this tutorial. I'll insert the watermark. And I've made it too big, which is important because you can always size down nicely, but to make an image that's too small or larger, it gets pixelated and doesn't look very nice. So I've added it to here. And I'm going to save the image again. I don't want all this white background, so again I'm going to highlight these two pieces, right click, save as picture, and I'll call this Watermark tutorial, and this will be the one that you see on my blog post. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Leave a comment or email me and I'll be happy to help.